Yo, what is up all? How you all doing today? I am Just Rob Tech, and today we are taking a look at and review of the Donner PO-8 dynamic microphone. So what do you get in the box? Well, obviously you get the microphone itself, quite a nice size as well. It's huge, in fact. You get a small little microphone mount for a boom arm. You've got a shock mount, not the best I've seen, and I don't even know if that'll big enough for the microphone, but we'll work that out. We have a windsock, decent size too, huge in fact. You also get a pop filter. I don't really use these, to be honest with you. And I just finally a big giant one of this just takes up the screen and my face. And finally, you get yourself a little vinyl pencil case style microphone bag. So that's what you get in the packaging. Now, what we'll do now is we'll set it up and see how the microphone sounds. The technical specifications are: it is obviously a dynamic microphone. It is a cardioid polar pattern. It has a low cut switch on the back. There's a frequency response of 40 Hz to 16 kHz. Sensitivity is negative 56 dB and an impedance of 200 ohms. And if you don't believe me, there's the specs. I couldn't find them on the line, so I had to use the manual. Always read the manual. So straight off the bat, I'm just going to say it. This shock mount is terrible. I'm not even sure if it's the right one that's supposed to come with it. It doesn't seem like it actually would fit this thing. It is a very large microphone, as you can see by the... It's currently in the DB30's shock mount that come with that microphone because I couldn't get it to slot into that one. And quite honestly, I've never really liked these style of shock mounts. So I figured I'd just stick it straight into the DB30's shock mount. I would recommend, if you're going to purchase this microphone, then invest in a better one of these, as the one out of the box, at least in my case, doesn't really feel like it would actually properly support this microphone. Onto the sound. This is literally running straight out of the box, using the same filters that I use on my PreSonus PD70. Currently with the low cut filter switch on the back set to flat. So here's how the microphone is sounding on the Donner PO-8. And if I literally just switch on the low cut filter, so here's how the Donner PO-8 is sounding with that setting now turned on to the microphone. Here's how it sounds. So I think so far from what I'm listening to at the moment, I do quite like the sibilance. It kind of reminds me of the PD70's sort of frequencies. I'm really liking it at the moment. Obviously, other than the shock mount and the other mounts, it's not a bad sounding microphone really. So obviously we've got no windsock on at the moment, so we'll do a quick plosive test. So Paul picked up Peter from the post office. They popped to the pub, they bought some pints, and they popped home and made themselves some pancakes. Yeah. Wow. It's a tight fit. Paul picked up Peter from the post office. They popped to the pub, they bought some pints, and they popped home and made some pancakes. Listen to them back then. I kind of prefer the flat switch at the moment. I don't know about you, if obviously you listen to this back. I kind of feel like the low switch does a bit too much, but you know, it actually depends on what you think and how it sounds on my voice, and obviously on your voice, but I much prefer the flat setting on the back of the mic, on the side of the microphone. Yeah, so this is the PO-8, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do some comparisons to the other microphones I own, and then right at the end I'll give you my final thoughts on the microphone. So starting off, this is the Donner PO-8 dynamic broadcast microphone, and now we're going to do the microphone comparisons. First up is the Sub-Zero DB30, also a broadcast microphone. This is the Sub-Zero DB30, also a broadcast microphone. £99, 99 pence. How do you think it compares to the Donner PO-8? And for a palette cleanser, we are back on the Donner PO-8 dynamic microphone. And this is the PreSonus PD70, my daily driver. Here's how it sounds in comparison to the Donner PO-8 dynamic microphone. And we are back on the Donner PO-8 microphone. Now onto our handheld microphones. First up is the SE Electronics V7. One of my favourites, actually. Just for your information. And here we are, the SE Electronics V7 handheld microphone. Also another dynamic microphone in comparison to the Donner PO-8. And for a palette cleanser, we are back on the Donner PO-8. Now on to the Behringer XM8500 Ultra Voice cheap microphone. They're not as cheap anymore. The Behringer XM8500 Ultra Voice dynamic microphone. Totally not a rip-off of the Shure SM58. And now back onto the Donner PO-8 in comparison to the Ultra Voice XM8500 by Behringer. Now we're finally on to the last but not least, the Rode M2. And we are on the Rode M2, a condenser microphone with phantom power running at 12 o'clock because I'm not going to blow your ears off or my ears off, leaving it at 3 o'clock on the dial with phantom power engaged because, oh god, could you imagine the peaking? Ugh. But now back to the microphone and my final thoughts. So, the Donner PO-8. My final thoughts. Well, we'll start off with the good things. First of all, aesthetically, I think this looks great. I like the design of it. It reminds me very much of the Rode Procaster. And also, obviously, the DB30 kind of looks similar as well. So I like the look of it. I like the fact that it's a chunky long boy. Weight wise, it's not as heavy as the PD70, so most boom arms probably would take this. It's about the same weight as the DB30, I'd say. I think audio wise, I think the microphone sounds absolutely brilliant. It reminds me very much of the PD70. The low cut switch, I think it does need a bit of tinkering. Obviously, probably not really matching the settings that I'm using at the moment. Most of my settings on OBS are geared towards the PD70 at the moment. So, other than that, I think the microphone, after a bit of EQ, could probably sound just as good with the switch on. But currently, at the moment, I just keep it switched off, as I'm doing now. Price, this retails on Amazon at the moment for £69.99. I bought it when it had the 50% off coupon going, so I managed to get this for £34.99. And for a kit that comes with, I mean, admittedly, like pretty lousy mounts. I mean, you could make this work because it's basically the same one that come with the 80-20-20. But as far as the other mount goes, I would use, if I was going to get this for £34.99 again, I would use the savings to get myself a much better shock mount. Luckily, I've got the DB30s to use, which would support this, no problem at all. But obviously, the windsock, I think it's great that you get a windsock. And what I forgot to mention in the unboxing is you do actually get an XLR cable with it, which you don't really get in microphone kits. You usually have to buy this sort of stuff separately, so the fact they give you a pretty decently long one by the looks of it is pretty good. Not really sure about the quality. I'll probably just keep using my one that I got when I first started making videos all those years ago, but not bad at all to include this in the packaging. Obviously, you get a pop filter. I don't really use these too much, to be honest with you. Obviously, if you're gonna, you'd much rather just use the windsock. But the fact you get one included free, which is a decent little deal, completely, really. So my final thoughts on this microphone, I think it sounds great. Price wise, it undercuts near enough everybody in the sort of £100 to £150 market at the moment. I mean, especially when you get it for $34.99 like I did. So if you're going to purchase this microphone, I would definitely make sure you do it when they do have a promotional offer going on, like they did when I bought the thing. So other than that, I think the deal is good. I mean, other than the mounts. The mounts are pretty let down. But I think from a price point of view, I think the microphone is a great purchase. I really do like it. I like the look of it. It does give that aesthetically pleasing look, and it does look quite a professional sort of podcasty microphone, which is important for content creators. So I do recommend this at all. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I really like it. Other than the stuff that didn't go well with the packaging, like the mounts, I think it's great. So hats off to Donna. Honestly, if you ever watch this and listen to my feedback on the mounts, then yeah, hopefully mine's just a defect at the factory. So hopefully yours may vary. But thanks for watching, folks. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more videos, drop a subscribe. I'll see you next time, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Just Rob Tech out.